the fuck? All right, welcome to the Poor COVID podcast.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
It's Johnny's having a good day. We just found out that Holmes has COVID for certain.
It's not funny. My fucking blood is pumping right now, dude.
John has COVID. He's wearing the mask.
Drinking alcohol.
Yeah, drinking. Well, that's what's going to make the COVID go away.
John,
and Johnny,
I'm furious right now. If it's not a bit,
it has to be a bit.
I'm fucking killing him.
well,
I don't think John would wear a mask if he had COVID. That's why I
First
think
of all, there's no way he would wear a mask if he had COVID.
he would also never get tested.
He would never get tested. We would never
I've
know.
been tested for COVID multiple times.
And also,
Yep.
Dingo promised me that John has canceled things with him because of COVID scares.
He has.
If this is not a bit, you're dead.
Let me say this, Johnny.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I don't. Are we? We've said your wife's name on the show before, right?
Yeah,
but
Roxanne.
don't.
All right. Well,
Shut up.
Roxanne.
Shut the fuck up.
Roxanne, this
not
is a
funny.
bad look for your husband, dude. Because he
not
had a
funny.
chance to leave and he didn't leave.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
No, but he was trying to
Yeah,
leave,
he was
actively
trying-
trying to
he was-
leave, and I kind of had to hold him in with COVID.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I had
So
to
he
bear
touched
hug
him. Yeah, that's
and
right.
keep him
I
I'm
remember that.
furious right now.
I remember when that happened.
It's not fucking blonde, Holmes.
It's not blonde.
Am I not allowed to drink when I have COVID?
I'm furious right now.
So Johnny's having a good time. Kevin, how are you?
Uncertain right now.
Oh, so you're upset as well.
I'm a little upset.
I'm fucking
yeah. I'm
very
not
upset
upset.
right now.
Kevin kind of lives in a fog of upsetness. Just a little bit.
I'm generally
Have you
upset.
had COVID yet?
No.
Me neither. No, being serious.
I understand that, but obviously now it's very much in question.
All right, we're recording. Why are you fucking wearing the mask? Tell me right now.
It's blonde.
Thank God.
You
Fucking
pussy.
Yes.
Yo,
all right.
John,
It's sick. All right.
You
it's
look
sick.
more
all
like
right.
you're dead.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
you're
Listen.
fucking
listen.
awful.
All right. Sick. All right.
Listen,
Thank you, Holmes.
I just bought
Can
a-
I say that I knew that the whole time?
We weren't sure.
But I actually physically knew it the
You
whole
actually
time.
knew?
Yes.
So then you're a fucking bad person too.
So
I guessed well then.
I just bought
You
a
did.
very expensive jet ski, and I need that $100.
I just want to say, Holmes.
Oh,
I just want to
shit.
say, Holmes. Even if you had COVID, I still got your back.
Yeah. You.
Cool.
I don't give a fuck.
If
COVID me. What do I care?
he didn't tell me like within the next 3 minutes what was going on, I was fucking gonna get up
Yeah,
and
but
leave.
Roxanne, he didn't leave.
Don't call my wife. I don't like that name.
vaccinated? What's a better name?
Just say my wife, dude. What's your problem?
Okay,
Johnny's
Jennifer.
wife.
Jennifer.
Shut the fuck. Why
I'm
do you
telling
gotta
you.
give people names?
It's just easier.
Shut up.
You just need to say
you
your
could just-
wife,
Yeah.
Johnny, your wife.
Thanks.
Johnny, your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
That was really funny, Holmes.
Fine.
Thank you.
All right. You did it. And you know what? It's good. It's really good. I feel so much better. Thank you, Holmes.
What the podcast, what any podcast listeners missed was a pretty good fit of rage there before recording. That
There
was,
was like
so good.
There was I was seriously
So good.
over in the corner for like a good 5 minutes pondering
Hyperventilating.
what the fuck I was about to do.
Yep. There's a
was good.
divider. He was on the other side of the divider about to push the button.
Yep.
It's not that I'm personally scared of COVID or for my health or anything.
It's
I've
smart.
got a family.
Yeah.
I've not gotten it yet. I'm fucking always try to be responsible. And of course, fucking Holmes had to get me on edge today.
Can I tell you a little story
But
about this?
It's cool though. Yeah, tell me.
So I bought.
It looks sick.
I
dude.
bought the stuff to do it. Right. I bought the stuff to do it, and I was gonna do it yesterday, but
So
this
good.
morning I was going to look at this jet ski, and I'm like, I can't do it tonight. 'Cause I'm gonna show up at this guy's house and look like a pedophile. But I also played a round of golf at 6 a.m. I'm like,
sick.
I can't show up to the golf course with a blonde mustache.
Honestly,
Two questions.
So I did it right before I came here.
Two questions.
Yeah.
What is your Jennifer's thoughts on this?
She did it for me.
Jesus.
Yeah. that's-
And are
it
you
looks
going to
cool.
work looking like that?
I'm still debating that. I might.
It looks so much longer
You're not getting.
blonde.
Yeah, it does. You're not getting the hundo without going to work.
To be
bro.
fair, you look like a guy who'd be buying a jet ski though.
Yeah, you look awful. I agree.
I wanted it to be bleach blonde, but
Yeah.
I didn't let it sit long enough.
Whatever
Yeah.
that is pretty cool.
That's,
It
that's
looks
the
like
kind of blonde I wanted.
It
the
kind
one
of
you
looks
got.
like an old man's mustache or something.
Oh, nicotine stain.
Yeah, that's what it is.
hell
A
yeah,
sig
dude.
mustache.
Nice.
You got a sig mustache.
That's good.
It's fire. I'm a big fan of that
Yeah,
mustache. All right,
that's
you
good.
know what? Good opening, Holmes. Good
It'd be a
job.
better opening if we caught what was really said there. Yeah.
He said he caught like a minute of me freaking out.
Oh,
Maybe
thank
it'll
God.
go somewhere.
Yeah, let's turn that.
right.
Go ahead.
Question for you: what's in the box?
The box is a gift for my friend Justin O'Shea.
okay.
It's a late Father's Day gift for
Oh,
him.
that's
Aw.
beautiful.
Yeah, I'm a father too, but you know he didn't get me a gift.
Even though
definitely
Frank
didn't
leaves
get
the
him
group
anything.
chat when I say I'm an uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he buys Justin
Is
a
that what
Father's Day
happened?
gift.
I did,
It's probably
yes.
the only one he'll ever get. To be
Well,
fair.
you got to understand. Justin's a good friend, and he's always bought me some high-end birthday stuff.
a good guy.
He always
He's the
buys
best.
me very nice
Justin's
stuff.
a way better person than you are.
He has COVID,
Okay.
Justin.
And he's
Yeah.
coming here.
And he's coming here.
No,
I'm just
he's not.
kidding. He doesn't have COVID.
That one got dingo though. No, he's not.
He has COVID. No. All right.
All right, what are the
Wait,
topics?
I want to mention. Sorry, before we just keep going, before you rudely fucking.
sorry, yeah.
Just fucking
Well,
push
I'm
my shit. We've only been here for like 5 minutes, man. Why don't you relax a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, our first topic is COVID, so I figured it would
Oh,
flow
fuck.
in
God.
so
I would
easily.
rather
We've
kill
said so
myself.
many COVID so many times in the first 5 minutes of this episode. It's
getting
gonna get
flagged.
flagged.
For sure.
Right. You thought COVID was over, and it's not.
We're going to be in the Joe Rogan box. We're going to be shadow banned.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
no.
Well, we haven't taken a hard stance on it either
No,
way.
no.
I want to mention something because nobody, not that it really matters that much, but the New York Yankees are on fire. I've been talking about, Yankees here and there. In my personal life, I talk about baseball until my friends want to throw up. I try to keep it away from here as much as I can, but I noticed nobody's talking about this. New York Yankees are crushing, and there's a fun kind of like thing going on with nasty Nestor Cortez, where every time someone, today Aaron Judge hit another walk-off home run, three-run walk-off, which is fucking, he's on fire. Nestor Cortez comes out with a big fucking bucket of bubble gum and he throws it up in the air and it hits on. It reminds me of the 2009 Yankees with the fucking whipped cream in the face.
Yeah, AJ Burnett, what a piece of fucking garbage.
I mean, he was great in 2009 at the end there.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, him and CeCe. I don't know. I just thought that's it. What do you think? Do you think that's a cool selly?
I don't care about that. All I know is that the Yankees have an insurmountable lead that my Blue Jays will never, ever catch. So, wild card spot.
Hey, baby.
That's that.
Yeah, it's something, though.
That's that.
All right, now, whatever. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, on to COVID.
Anything else you guys want to mention before we fucking move on from here?
Oh, I bought my chain.
Yeah,
Nice.
there it is.
It's okay. It's
And
not,
I brought one of my
a bit
oldies.
gaudy.
I brought one of my oldies just to make Kevin happy.
yeah.
It's a
Who
nice
would
piece.
ever buy that?
It's a nice
Frank,
piece.
Someone who
that's
has too much money.
It's a nice piece. Listen,
Hear it, sounds real.
pendant, the pendant is not real. The chain is real.
wow.
You should have just lied.
No, the pendant's not real. I mean, it's an expensive pendant regardless. It's not a cheap
We
pendant.
should just turn the show into like a gold chain review show.
Well, I've been wearing a different watch each episode so that Kevin can test them out, and this is a
That
very
one's actually
beautiful
pretty
watch.
nice. I would purchase
it's a
that
beautiful
one.
watch. Yeah,
I would
Here,
purchase
Johnny.
that one.
How
Thanks,
deep
here
can
you
it go underwater?
Very,
Really?
extremely.
They touched the bottom of Atlantic and there was garbage down there.
This is a
Yeah.
Versace?
That's
I don't-
Versace.
I don't know how to do that. I don't have enough money to know how to do it.
It's an odd
Take this
clasp.
back.
Well, you just got COVID, so
Oh, yeah, thanks.
I wore
Appreciate
that
that.
before.
It's in Holmes' ass.
I've never experienced that clasp
yeah,
before.
that's a serious one. That's a sports band right there.
You only buy
You're a
sports
sporty
bands?
guy.
No,
He's a sporty
no,
guy.
not only
Because
but-
the last one I tried was sports band as well, but it was leather. Or
yes,
Something.
no, it was like composite.
Oh.
That's a nice watch too. Anyway, I'm over it.
Wait, before the show, we deduced that Frank cannot afford a Richard Mille. Richard Mill.
Or
he can't afford it.
I cannot, or can I afford a Rolex? So for all you people
Yeah,
out
he's
there,
poor, basically,
because so many
too.
people watch this, for all you people out there that are thinking about robbing me, you're not gonna get as much as you think.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
unless you-
basically just like one of us.
if
like a
you just
buck
melt,
380.
unless you melt the gold down, you're not. And that's a process. So don't rob me.
I'll put it in
the
my
streets.
kiln.
Yeah,
You also
don't
have to
rob
extract the alloy from the actual gold itself, so it's a process.
Yeah, it's not that hard
exactly.
though. And then you make some ore.
If you
Yeah.
want to rob, if you want to rob someone, you find Holmes's mom in the streets. Rob her, dude. She's got some fucking cash.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, you rob Holmes's mom. Her full name is Jennifer.
My grandma had some people in her house painting like a couple years ago, and and they stole everything.
Hell yeah, that's
everything.
Jesus, that's fucked.
That's fucking America. That's the beauty of living in
All
America.
the gold and the
That
earrings and
is capitalism,
Yes,
believe
it
it or
is.
not.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, on that note, on robbing grandmas, I think it's time to move forward.
Robbing grandmas. Does anybody want to go first?
I
could go first if
yeah,
you want,
let's do
because the
it.
grandma thing kind of
Yeah, let's do it.
segues
Sure,
into.
that's a great idea.
Hey,
I like
look
grandmas.
at that. You know, I think Frank, you're a better broadcaster than you think, because you just segued.
Yeah, no, I'm
perfectly.
good at it. Yeah.
Perfect segue into my thing. Today, folks,
10 minutes on the clock.
10 minutes on the clock. We're talking about ancestry, not incestry, but ancestry. Okay,
Those two things
Is that
go
with
hand in
ancestry?
So
hand.
I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to hear any of your stories about how you're, doing stuff, your weird stuff, but
your cousin.
yeah, I just want to hear about your ancestry. Okay.
Okay.
Because I recently did the DNA thing, like ancestry DNA. I sent in my DNA. It's being processed currently.
Bean.
And you did this free will, no fear.
Yeah, no fear. What do I care?
It can be used against you in the court of law
For what?
for whatever crimes you plan on committing. Whoever's
I
grandma you plan on robbing.
Spitting on.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't. I
Listen,
don't give a shit.
I
I'm not worried about crimes. Nobody wants to use my DNA to make any clones or
Well,
anything.
if you try and
It's
go to a
nothing
college
special.
and say you're Indian, but
I
they
also-
find out you're not, then
Right,
you
that's
can't
what
go.
I also
Damn,
don't
so
know.
shit, I fucked
I
up.
also feel like the whole like they can use your DNA against you thing is just like a Joe Rogan Holmes thing. I don't even know if that's true.
I've never said that once.
Yeah, but
thing.
it's something you'd say.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not giving them my DNA.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean,
Well, honestly, you should probably not give them your
yeah,
DNA.
for
to
real.
be fair.
All the girls you've raped.
Yeah, you don't want your shit. You don't want your shit showing up in the
I'm gonna
database,
be
dog.
in the Gildo Beach murders. I'm be
With
I
that,
am.
wrapped
Yeah.
up in that.
with your resume,
You'll
and
go.
now that you've
Yeah,
added
true.
that mustache to the resume, don't hand out the DNA, bro.
All right, so I like I said, I'm doing the ancestry. So I'll figure out more about my DNA. I'll share the results on the show later on. We'll check in
Sick.
when I get them back. But through ancestry, I've also been tracing like my. They're pretty good at tracing back your
roots.
Your roots, yeah, your family. So I like you fill in some information about your parents, your grandparents, whatever information you know. Now, obviously, my dad's side of my family is kind of a mystery. Nothing came up for anybody at all. So, I mean, that was expected, though. But on my mother's side, there's a ton of history like that comes up immediately from my grandmother and my grandfather, who were very interesting people, come from a super interesting family. I want to hear what you guys got to, what you know about your ancestry and stuff. But I traced back to my 10th grandfather and grandmother. That's the
far.
furthest back I could
Back
go.
there.
Yeah.
Vega Hennessy?
It's so it's my Hennessy side because my mom is a Hennessy.
Okay.
But it's I think this was my grandmother's family, okay? So my grandfather's side I trace back just to Ireland, like immediately. I know most of my grandparents came right, like my great grandparents came from Ireland, all of them except these ones.
Okay.
They all just came directly from Ireland. But I mean, on my dad's side, who fucking knows? But my 10th great grandfather was a man named Samuel Beebe. Shows his crest in here. I could send it to Holmes maybe later. But honestly, truly, my worst nightmare, the one thing that I didn't want to find out about doing my ancestry and DNA
You're
was
Italian.
that. No, I don't. I was less worried about that, more worried about being fucking English or British.
Yeah, there's nothing worse
God
than
damn.
Nothing
And
worse.
unfortunately, this man is from Northamptonshire, England. It's like my worst nightmare.
At least his schools don't look like Call of Duty.
At least we're learning.
wouldn't understand.
At least we're learning
I didn't
maths.
laugh, did I?
We're learning maths in class and not shooting each other.
And
Sure.
Vega, they told you this, or you learned?
No,
this
it's
on
so
your
you
own?
fill in info about your grandparents, and then it is able to link up through government
other
records and
people who did it.
documents
Okay.
their family. So it actually
pretty sick.
fills in your family tree for you, kind of as far back as you can. And every now and then I get an email like, we've connected another person to you or whatever. And I'm sure once I get my actual DNA, that'll probably help
The
a
English
little
thing
bit.
sucks, though.
That
dude.
sucks so bad, man. That's the only thing, especially because I found out a lot about my Irish side, and they come from like Southern Ireland, where they have like statues to the fucking killing English people and shit. You know what I mean?
Sick.
But this dude was from England, but he moved to he was born June 23rd, 1633, Northamptonshire, England. He died 1712, Plum Island. Long
What?
Island
No
Sound.
way. Are you serious?
Yeah, how weird is that?
That's
Interesting.
super weird.
It's super weird. So Long Island people will know Plum Island is a super fucking questionable place. We've talked about it on this show. Lots of conspiracies about Plum Island. They do fucking animal testing or whatever. Like Coxsackie came from there and shit.
Does
where
it
they
say
came
how
up-
he died? I'm sorry, Frank.
I was saying that's where they came up with COVID, but
Yeah.
I have
Like, did he die on Plum Island or like in
he
the
died
water?
on Plum Island.
Crazy.
He died on Plum Island.
I wonder if he was working
Yeah,
there
exactly.
and he
Yeah.
just was at work or
So
something.
he died in 1712. His wife, Mary Agnes Keeney, would have been her maiden full name, 10th great grandmother. She was born June 23rd also? Or is that right?
Wow.
I gotta check that. Wow, both born June 23rd. That's fucking weird. Me and my wife are both born on the same day, too.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
10th grandpa.
She was born in 1640, though, in New London, Connecticut, which is also a London. Also, just I don't
it's
like
also
that.
a pretentious douchebag area.
Yeah, I mean, in 1640, I'm sure it was a little different.
Nah, fuck that.
Do you think
she
they just
died
tell
there.
you things that you want to hear?
He did not want to
it's-
hear that.
Well, no. So it's some people do think that like a lot of this shit is questionable, but I'm not hanging my hat on anything. But it's interesting. You know what I mean?
is.
So what I haven't gotten the DNA yet back, but what I've mostly found out is like some part of my family was like Long Island patriot like motherfuckers before America was even made. They were here. 1640 is before the fucking Declaration of Independence was signed and shit.
Yeah.
So that's insane. There's nothing here yet.
They probably could
at
have
all.
fought in the war, yeah.
I'm sure it's a lot. Well, through looking back, a lot of my family fought in the war, and I'm going to talk a little about that
Yes.
too. I had so many soldiers in my family who it makes me feel like such a fucking pussy.
Swanson fought in Iraq. Can you imagine?
2001.
You would not have
2001.
made it. So before I want to tell a little story about my grandfather, like that kind of ties into like a little fun ancestry and the soldier thing. But I want to hear what you guys know. I know before the show you said you're not much, so
Yeah.
I want you to just at least tell the people what are you guys that you know of.
Well, I'm supposedly Irish, Italian, and English. My dad's side is Irish, English, hint of Italian. My mom's side is Italian, all that I know of. Oh, and a little bit of like Native American. And
Everybody's family fucking says that. It's almost never true.
I went to multiple powwows with my grandfather.
Okay. But sometimes people like my family said that too. Vanessa's family said that. My
I
wife.
have to check it out. Yeah.
Never did we find any Native American anything. What about you,
I would-
Frank?
I
I know
would
you're
like to
looking
know.
at your phone.
Yeah, I was gonna text my mom real quick, but
What do we know about our
100,
families?
as far as I know, 100% Sicilian.
Okay. It's probably not that exactly, but it's a strange thing about DNA is like you get 50% from each parent, but it's not the same 50%, or like you're not getting an identical match from them. You're getting a mix of
course.
they're 100%
Yep.
from each
It's no
parent.
different
so-
than being a dog.
yeah, exactly.
Which is why
that's
I never, and listen, I got no issue with people trying to figure out what's going on, but
Here we go.
I've never been interested. I don't want to know. It doesn't matter.
To me, for me, it was a gift. I've always been a little interested. It's not going to change who I am because I'm not one of these like Long Island, like Irish, have a shamrock tattoo on my ass.
I often find that it's a way for people to justify their actions, their behaviors, or some sort of like mystical, like, oh, now that I know this, I'm going to do things different.
It's like a horoscope.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of like a horoscope, but more so like, oh, well, this is why this is why in the past I've always been so angry. Or this
Drank
is why
so much.
Right. Or fucking I'm pre-genetically disposed to being a fucking dirtbag.
But what I was going to say is that one thing it could tell you is you it could tell you that you are predisposed to certain illnesses and things like that. You know what I mean? Like, it could tell you if there's a lot of cancer or heart problems, whatever, in your family, which, like, I agree with what you're saying, like traits and shit, but like, there's something to it.
Sure.
But also, these fucking companies could just be sending you back bullshit. You know what I mean? It could be total fucking bullshit. It's why, like, nobody should act and change themselves anyway when they find out these numbers.
I also just, I'm sure people before me and my family were awful, and I don't care.
From what I found out, my whole shit is all Irish people on my mom. Like,
Which means they were definitely awful.
yeah, absolutely.
Great cuisine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
potato.
lovely. Like my dad's side, just to mention, I supposedly, like, so my grandfather on my dad's side spoke Spanish, and I was told he's from Puerto Rico. My dad is Puerto Rican, knew some Spanish, grew up around a lot of Spanish people, grew up like in that like heritage. Like, his wife was also some kind of Hispanic, so I was always around like Hispanic people. So I'm curious to see the level, if any, of Puerto Rican or Spanish that I actually am. So that'll be interesting. I see that the 10 minutes is up. I just want a little overtime just to tell a fun story about my grandfather.
You got it.
All right, so my grandfather was a super interesting guy. Family came from Ireland, a bunch of Irish people. All of his brothers and him were all veterans, fought in wars. Specifically for my grandfather was World War II. Now, from what I hear, his dad was sort of an asshole to kids. Okay, like, did not really...
My type of guy.
Did not really fuck with kids that much, is what I was told. And my grandfather didn't like him that much. So we're talking about my great-grandfather then being, a prick. So what my grandfather did... This is the way the story goes, and everybody's got lore in their families, I'm sure, but from what I understand, this is 100% true. When he was 15 years old... he ran away from home and he snuck onto a merchant marine ship. Now, this would have been in 1943, which is in the midst of World War II. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I guess that's a pretty dumb fucking thing to do, but also cool. You know what I mean? Like, he's like 15 sneaking onto a merchant marine ship, and he was essentially like a stowaway who helped them out and did as much as he could for them on a boat for 3 years during World War II. And then in 1946, the very last year that you could be drafted for World War II, he was then drafted to the military. And he had already been fighting in World War II as a 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old.
Did you know if they gave him credit for those 3 years, or did he have to do another 4?
They didn't. The government has no idea he was a stowaway on a merchant marine ship for 3 years at all.
Damn.
But he probably, my guess would have been that he was going to go enlist for real anyway when he was 18. I saw his draft. I know this because I saw the records on Ancestry, the draft card and everything. And the way the legend goes, my family all knows this, is that when he was in the Merchant Marines, he was like a motherfucker. He was like kind of a badass and would do a lot of crazy stuff. But everybody's favorite story is that their boat made their way to South America somehow, I guess. That's what I was told. And my grandfather either bought or found a monkey and took the monkey with him from South America onto the boat and kept the monkey with him for the rest of the time that he was in the service. And then when he got out, he took the monkey back to Mastic Shirley with him. Oh, and he would hang out in the bars here with the monkey, and people would fucking know him as the guy with the fucking monkey at the bar. There's a place up by Smith Point Beach, that like shitty little tiny bar restaurant that hasn't been open for like our entire lives.
The Crab Shack.
Yeah. That was my grandfather's spot. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Justin would know.
The Lodge.
I can't remember.
He probably got laid so much with that monkey. He probably got laid.
He may have had sex with the monkey. Who knows?
He may have. Who knows? You never know, man.
You never know.
But I don't know. That's all I wanted to say. Talk about a little ancestry stuff.
My grandfather.
Let's hear it.
So World War II. My grandfather. This guy is such a character. He fights in World War II for many years. Okay, 21 days before the war ends, he decides he's had enough, and he steals, him and a buddy steals an army truck and flees, goes AWOL.
Oh no!
He gets caught on the border of Spain, and he gets sentenced to death for desertion.
Oh fuck!
He's on death row for years, and his mother writes a letter to President Truman to get him pardoned, in which he gets pardoned.
Holy
and my
shit.
father has
Wow.
the letter from President Truman pardoning him.
Honestly,
God.
good because fuck war and all that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
Death,
run away.
Frank?
Fuck it.
You get sentenced to death for
Death
that?
row.
They would
Not
do
anymore,
Yeah, dude.
but
Of
like,
course you will.
No,
I don't
treason
know.
is pretty fucking bad. It was no like going a all that stuff is bad. It used to be it used to be pretty drastic.
yeah, but treason,
Desertion or whatever.
Yeah, it's like taking
Desertion,
the other
yeah.
side.
Bro, talk. If you're interested in something like that, go listen to the story about fucking Bo Bergdahl. He was like a Afghanistan war guy who went AWOL on purpose and to try to like trigger an alarm because he felt like the army was shitty. So he was like, "Fuck everybody! I'm gonna like stir the pot up."
Oh, wow.
Got caught immediately, and was just a prisoner for a really fucking long time until they got him out.
Frank, I have a question about that. Did your grandfather have your dad as a son yet before this?
No.
So you wouldn't have even been here if that letter went through.
Oh, wow,
That's crazy.
that's wild.
Yeah. Yep. Just
That's
a
cool shit.
Yeah, I like hearing stories like this.
Rambling drunk. That's what he was. The greatest man ever.
I can't blame war veterans and
No,
shit
fuck
for
no.
being
Don't
drunk
give a
and
shit.
on drugs. Whatever.
not.
Fuck this country, dude. I'd never fight for this country.
I know. I
Fuck
agree
outta
with you.
here.
I totally agree with you. This fucking country sucks dick. We won't talk about why, but I don't like this country. All right.
You want to go
What's
next,
the next
Frank?
thing?
I'm down to go next.
Sure. Take it away.
All right, so I wanted
Speaking
to give
of this country,
right. Speaking of this country,
dude, we're getting good at this,
We're
man.
gonna get- Well, the first thing I want to do is I want to thank. You know, we're a little late to the punch, but I want to thank the Golden State Warriors for beating the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals, and I want to congratulate Steph Curry on being one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Because what
I'm
he's
with you,
done
dog.
now,
Basketball.
yeah. Have you ever seen basketball? It's a
It's
ball,
pretty good.
Okay.
and then there's a net and rim.
Okay.
You shoot it.
Yeah, it's
What
pretty
is-
good.
Like the basketball is tiny compared to the hoop, or is it about the same size?
You could fit two in it.
Okay.
Can you
Anyway,
really?
And normally
Yes.
they play with two balls.
Right. Anyway, Steph Curry, thank you. You're the shit, and you finally got that Finals MVP on your resume. You're one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, that's crazy
But-
that's his first one.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
But I digress. The real moral of the story is here is you avoided me having to deal with shitty people from Boston
Yeah.
celebrating. Your city sucks.
You know what I like to call them? Massholes.
Yeah, sure. Your city
Right.
sucks. It's dirty. It's disgusting. And you are some of the most racist people on the face of the planet.
Yeah, Boston does suck, dude.
Boston is in my list, which is what we're moving on to here.
I'm with
of
you.
the worst cities in
I'm with you.
America.
Boston sucks.
Boston's number one on my list. Anybody want to take a guess at number two?
Wait, I don't want. I
Alabama,
feel like
Georgia.
Boston deserves more though.
Oh, we're gonna get right back
all
into
right,
it
'cause I wanna talk
But
more
I
shit
want to
about
compare
Boston.
it
Sorry.
to the
What
second
were you
worst
saying,
city.
I was gonna say Alabama, Georgia, but I'm gonna do a change it up with Los Angeles.
No.
that's what I
I'm
was
not
thinking,
giving
too.
Los Angeles any credit, just for the record. Philadelphia,
Angeles
you
sucks.
fucking suck. Your roads suck, okay? Just like Boston, your shitty fake cobblestone horse shit, can't get around anywhere roads fucking suck. Your people are racist as shit. You're a bad city.
Yeah,
Your
Philly
food
sucks,
is
dude.
overrated. It isn't actually good.
Nut ass Philly.
Right.
I like
That's what they
Philly for
say.
one reason, and that's our friend Mikey. I enjoy
Yeah,
going
I
there to
love
spend
Mikey.
time with him, but the city's all right.
It's a shithole.
I
It's a
don't like
really
Philly.
wannabe city.
I've never liked Philly. I fucking never liked it. I've been there like quite a few times, and I've hated it every time. I do not like the city. Walking around, everybody's an asshole. The place
awful.
sucks, dude.
I'd like
the
to
Philly,
say-
fuck the Phillies.
Yeah.
The Phillies are just, and their fans are the worst
Philadelphia
fucking people.
sports fans
The
are
worst.
some of
Oh,
the
God.
worst people. And
Eagles
you've
fans.
heard it all. You've heard that they've booed Santa Claus and all that shit. Forget about that. Just in terms of pure delusion, they're some of the worst sports fans. And I mean, don't get me wrong, New York Knicks fans are no better, but delusional like you wouldn't believe. If I have to hear that the 76ers are good from anybody ever again, I'm going to laugh at you.
Yeah,
Embiid's not good.
Yeah, you
They're
see
not
the
good.
76ers game, yeah?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it was really good, yeah.
Just pathetic losers.
I was down there on down by Phil's or whatever they fucking call them, cheesesteak place. That place sucks, dude.
Aren't Boston different topic?
Way worse.
But yeah, they're bad.
They're way worse.
Than Philly.
Way
okay.
worse.
So personally, I feel like the city of Boston at large is worse than Philly, but Philly sports fans are far worse than Boston
They're
sports
worse
fans. But they're
people.
it's like they're just terrible.
Boston sports fans are the most entitled, just fucking clueless morons on the face of the planet. They think that like success is guaranteed to them because the Patriots had a small window where they were good. Fuck you. Fuck you. Your team is the Patriots are a fucking dumpster fire before Brady. Who cares about your legacy? You suck. The Celtics were only good and only have 17 championships because back in the day there were only fucking 4 teams in basketball. Congratulations on winning your fucking no-legged horse race, you fucking losers, you racist fucks.
Yeah, Boston does. You were talking about Boston that time still, right?
It doesn't. They're interchangeable. They're interchangeable. They're 2 horseshit cities. One less racist than the other, but still very racist.
Yeah, for certainly. The fucking I was gonna try to do a Boston thing, but I couldn't. Like, it's hard to think about accents when I'm in here.
Yeah,
it's like,
just
Tom Brady. Wow.
Yeah, just do a good Will Hunting accent.
Tom, it's not your
Yeah,
fault,
that's pretty
Tom.
good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was just JFK, though.
Yeah, that's pretty. Well, yeah, he's a.
He is from Boston,
He's
but
another one.
for some reason it was all coming out like JFK.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny?
that's
You
fine.
kind of sound like Adam Sandler in that movie where he plays a guy from Boston. Retrieve
It's
the
not
burrito.
hard to do
That's
any
my
Adam
boy.
Sandler.
That's
So
my boy.
it's not hard to do any
Tom
Adam
Brady.
Sandler.
Yeah, that's because probably most of my impressions were stolen from Adam Sandler anyway.
Anyway, but listen, Boston, you are a real shithole. And I know what some of you out there are thinking. Like, how are you only going to talk about Boston and Philly when Detroit's a city?
we have plenty more to go.
I love Detroit. Detroit has a resiliency and a hard nose edge that's just.
I agree with you.
It is mastic.
I
Detroit
like-
and mastic,
I like
you
Detroit.
can't. I love Detroit.
Yeah, their airport is actually nice. I flew over Detroit and I was like, "Whoa, this is looking pretty rough." And then when we landed in the airport, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, "This is not bad."
Not bad.
8 Mile.
Yeah, I'm not gonna celebrate
Everybody
that
in the
any way.
313.
I'm not gonna celebrate that anyway. But there is a state.
His real name is Clarence. This guy.
There is a state. There is a state that's worse than both Boston and Philadelphia, and it's called New Jersey. New Jersey is just a smelly, fucking awful hellscape that no
Jersey
one
does
should go
suck,
to.
yeah.
It's like a spin-off of New York no one wants to watch.
Yeah,
Right.
I was gonna say people from Long Island hate people from New Jersey because they're very similar.
I hate New Jersey because of the odor.
It's
And
disgusting.
nothing more, I
But
mean.
the
Tolls.
so I've recently had not a full turnaround on Jersey, but you have to realize like Jersey at whole is mostly like upstate New York kind of like it's mostly like that. But then like the shore, and as you get closer to the city, that's the really garbage Jersey. There are parts of Jersey that are just like, whatever suburb anywhere else.
Listen, I don't care how decrepit
It's
or
still pretty bad.
I don't care how decrepit or sketchy it gets. Atlantic City's still the best place in the world, bro.
Oh God.
The best place in the world.
I played a show just off the boardwalk at Atlantic City.
I never knew that.
It was so bad. Like literally
Sketch.
like 3 people were there and they were all addicted to heroin.
Sketch, dude.
This dude came up to me and my friend Roy and was like, "Yo, man, you guys need clean needles because you can get clean needles right up there."
Of course
and
you do.
And then I looked at the building next to the venue, and it was a AIDS and HIV clinic. That's awesome. And then all of a sudden, I had like one of those like Mr. Krabs spin moments where I was like, "Oh no, where am I?"
Yeah, R.I.P. to the Taj Mahal. I mean, that Atlantic City was where it's at, but Jersey overall sucks. And I just want to let you people from Boston know you do not get to celebrate that Jason Tatum is good at stuff because he isn't. You guys suck. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you finished in second place. Nobody cares about the silver medal. You suck. You're in the dumpster just like everybody else. Fuck you.
We breezed past it a little bit, but I don't want to do that because Los Angeles sucks dick.
Oh, it does. I would never
It's
say
so bad. I mean, it's like
sucks.
it's one of these places where there's no real culture. It's all implant pieces of garbage who want to practice yoga and pretend that they're eco fucking friendly and all this shit.
But they're
and,
also
like,
trying to
green.
pretend that they're rich.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, some of them are though.
Yeah, you
and
gotta
that's
have
all,
some
but that
money.
makes them worse.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you live in the Hollywood Hills, we could do without you on this planet. Probably,
sure.
You're probably a piece of shit. Like,
Just to show that I have no bias whatsoever, there's another place that sucks balls called New York City. One of the worst fucking places in the
Before
world.
we shit on New
Trenchfoot.
York, let me just say one of the also reasons because we talk about fans of sports and stuff when we talk about this.
Yeah.
Rangers
We're sports people. No. But I was gonna say the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers.
New York.
Both got run out of New York because the Yankees were just too good for them. They each got one from the Yankees in those times while the Yankees were like playing in their parks and shit. And then the owners were like, we got to get the fuck out of here. Let's go all the way across the country.
Yeah.
And to be fair, fucking the Giants have a sick baseball stadium, but but it's just all implanted bullshit. There's no real culture there.
No.
All right, now shit on New York, even though I love it.
I was there this weekend, and I couldn't wait to leave.
It's the worst.
You were where?
I was in Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn, really?
Yeah.
The
Went
worst.
to a show I saw with Honor.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
No, you
yeah.
didn't. Did
Yes,
you really?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, that's
it was
fucking
fucking
awesome.
cool.
What
Yeah,
are
I went
those
with
guys
my
like
buddy
40
Rob.
now?
Yeah,
It was crazy. One dude, I was like, I wonder who this old guy is, and he played guitar for With Honor.
They're so good, dude.
They were so
They're good bands.
fucking good. They were so tight, I couldn't believe it.
Oh, that's
nuts.
Their
To
shit's
me, like
so serious.
Brooklyn is
dude.
like the lesser of five evils,
and it
That's true. And it's
sucks
still
really
pretty
bad.
and it's still
There-
pretty bad.
By the way, New York City sucks. Brooklyn sucks. Queens sucks. There's one place worse. It's called Suffolk County. Worst fucking place in the world.
It's so true.
And listen, Boston is more racist, but Suffolk County right there,
Oh,
very
It really
racist.
is. Yo. It's crazy how fucking lame Suffolk County is. This whole place
Yeah.
sucks. It's like living in a piece of I don't know, some like weird redneck place in
It's
New York.
34% of Joe
You
Rogan's
live-
listeners are in Suffolk County.
You live on a Facebook wall. We live in a Facebook wall, dude. It's fucking nuts.
Suffolk County is rough, dude. I mean, Nassau County is just as bad. Nassau County sucks too.
Oh, yeah.
But Suffolk County is
It's
definitely
less
worse.
racist, though. Nassau.
For sure, it's more of a mix, and like
Yeah,
you
sure.
actually get a lot of good, like different cultural foods out of
Good food,
Nassau.
very good
Get a
food.
lot of good Indian food, a lot of different like. So I am with you. It's a little bit, but Suffolk
three
County
things to
is
eat
the
here.
worst.
I mean,
things.
I'll
pizza,
tell,
Bagels,
fucking
Chinese.
yeah.
I'll
it's
tell you
crazy.
this. At the beginning, I saw a lot of like, "Let's go Brandon" flags flying high.
This
But
is a real "Let's go Brandon" area.
But now I'm seeing straight up "fuck Joe Biden" flags flying proudly
I
in
would
people's
way
front
rather.
lawns.
I don't like "Let's Go Brandon" because
So
it's
culty.
It's pussy and it's
It
weird
is
so lame, yeah.
and it's not funny.
It's not funny at all.
If you had a funny
Is it
one, I'd
supposed to
be
be
down.
funny?
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's like
gotcha.
you do you know what that means?
Yes.
It means
You know,
fuck Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Just fucking say it with your
Say it,
chest,
stop
bro.
being a fucking pussy. Just say fuck Joe. I've been saying fuck the president for 30 years. Like, since the day I was born.
Yeah.
I came out of the womb saying fuck the president.
Yeah.
Fuck all of these fucking politicians.
Yeah.
How are you going to like Trump and say, let's go, Brandon? Trump
Would've
was
said-
2 seconds away from saying fuck Joe Biden.
It's true.
Yeah.
And it would have been fine. I would have respected it so much more than this fucking let's go Brandon bullshit. Stop being a pussy. Hate the president.
But
it's
that's
fine.
what Suffolk County.
What are you new to hating the president?
Yeah, but that's what Suffolk County is. It's a bunch of guys that are like tough guys when they go to the gym, and then not tough, or tough guys when they're sitting in fucking bumper to bumper traffic.
Yeah.
but not tough guys as soon as they get out of the car. That's what Suffolk County is.
Have you ever seen the fucking pickup brigades that they
my
have down
God.
Sunrise
Fucking
Highway?
crazy.
Why do we
Fucking
need
crazy.
you making traffic? You're not fucking. Do we know Donald Trump exists, bro?
Dude, for real.
We know.
Dude, have
you
you
need to have
passed-
700 cars going down the highway with Trump flags on Long Island.
Have you
We
passed?
know.
Have you passed any Long Island, whether it's Sunrise or the LA, any Long Island Suffolk County overpass and just see the fucking shit they hang on the overpass. It's getting out of hand, people.
It's crazy.
It's getting out of hand,
crazy.
dude. Nobody reads it. Nobody cares.
I don't understand how nobody sees their own fanaticism. Like,
it's
you're
crazy.
the same
It's
person.
crazy. It's the craziest shit I've
You
ever
are
seen.
a fucking. You're being mind controlled. It's insane. If,
Oh my god, they've got you.
They're not
It's
cheap.
crazy.
They're not cheap though.
Yeah, right.
No,
exactly.
yeah. I'm not a sheep.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not a sheep.
Right. It's
I'm not.
So Boston, I mean, listen, I gave you, I gave you plenty of fucking hate, but hey, I hate where I'm from too. It's bad.
I think we got the most passionate about hating Long Island.
There's
so.
only one
like
place
that.
in Suffolk County worth a damn. It's called fucking goddamn Mastic.
Yeah, Mastic Beach, baby, represent. And
called
even there's a
fucking
lot
goddamn
of
Mastic. Oh, it's
that
worse.
shit here too.
It's
but
bad
at
here,
least,
but
at least we have.
Some balance.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this: it's bad here, but we're all down in the trenches together in
Yeah,
Mastic.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love Mastic, man. Like
it's the
if
best.
you don't, man, if you're someone who doesn't love this place, you're fucking up so bad. It's a hidden gem.
I've been living in a place all
Any
summer.
fast food you can imagine.
Right. In one place. In one place.
Walking distance.
I've been living in a
needles.
place. Yeah, that too. Well, not in Mastic.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I've been
You
living
can
in a
find dirty ones on the road though.
I've been living in a place out east on Long Island that people pay just an insane amount of money to live in, and it doesn't hold a candle to Mastic. I wish I was in
Hell
Mastic
yeah.
every day.
Hell yeah.
I love it. I love our home. I really
No,
do.
but you know, it's hidden because you got to go all the way down fucking William Floyd Parkway to get to the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get to the
People
Pizza
go
Hut.
right.
But
To
Go
get to
right
the
on.
Pizza Hut. There's no Pizza Hut down there though.
there used to be.
Down William Floyd?
Oh, it's right at the train station. I mean, it's right there.
Yeah, but I mean, when you live in the heart of fucking Mastic Beach next to Neighborhood Road,
me
that
tell
might
you
as
the-
well be North Shirley.
The
You know
first
what?
guy to put a Burger King at Smith Point Bridge is gonna make billions.
Well, I mean, dude, people save up to go to the Beach Hut every weekend to have fucking 7 rocket fuels and a
That's
burger.
still open. The Beach Hut?
I was there
$25
last
rocket
night.
fuels.
I was there last night, and my fucking 20 of my family members were
They
there.
still
of
do
course.
live music and shit. At
Yeah.
the Beach Hut?
Every
It's so
night.
funny because everybody's like, "There's this band, that '70s band. They're great. You gotta
best.
go see them. It's the best." They're.
Yo.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like. Those bands fucking suck. All right, every one of those bands suck dick. I mean, it's fine.
On
I'm
the
not trying to
realist-
even be mean, but it's something to do though. That's why I go.
On the realist
Something to
tip,
do.
I will start a band to play Smith Point Beach. I'll
They don't
play
want
whatever.
you.
I'll play drums for it, Frank.
Hard pass.
They wouldn't hire us. You got to be over like 60 years old.
We're like
and-
5 years
and
from that.
shitty.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
And all the music we like now is probably considered old.
Oh,
anyway.
yeah.
yeah, it's
dude.
classics at
Yeah.
this point. But since we're talking about
But it's
the
all like
gem,
Jesse's girl and shit.
yeah, the gem mastic, right? We all graduated from the schools, and I would like to talk a little about the games we used to play at school.
Oh wow!
Oh wow,
these
dude!
transitions
Are you
like that?
kidding me?
fucking
It's like
crazy.
someone lubed us up today.
Yeah,
Fuck you, Kevin. That was too
dude.
good. Fuck you.
Margaritas.
I don't
Let's
like
go.
it. What a
Well,
s-
anyway, so nowadays you see all these youngins.
What do you have a margarita in there?
I had a 22-ounce margarita.
Sick. I love you.
Sick.
Love you too.
I don't know what it is.
I had a pina colada yesterday.
Crack
and
it
I
open
got
if you
real
wanna smell.
bloated. It was weird.
That's a very pina colada.
I was
thing.
like, oh, like I had to get up and take
That's
a walk.
coconut.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, dude, but I was like, oh. Like I couldn't even sit there and listen to the shitty band.
smell it.
What is it? It's a margarita. What is
Yeah.
that, like fruity shit?
No, it's
No.
like a tequila-based
Lemon.
like
It's
Lemon.
cup-
It's the
It's a
lemony
cup of
one.
ice.
So I was
I
thinking
finished it.
daiquiri, probably,
believe you.
right?
Well, daiquiri would mean that
That's
it
the
has
fruitier-
ground up ice in it.
You're not that
Okay.
hardcore.
You would
didn't
know,
drink
John.
that whole thing.
Yes, I did. I filled it up to here before I left.
Don't
the house.
question Dingo's drinking.
He's not that hardcore, dude.
Drinking on a
good.
Sunday, dude. It's school night.
Hey, I have to get
That's the
lubed
best
up.
day
Fucking
to
Lord's
drink.
Day, asshole.
Yeah. Well, you think the priest skipped the wine?
I
don't
think
so.
the priest
I,
went right
Dingo,
to.
I didn't start your time yet, but very quickly, I went to 7-Eleven at 6 o'clock in the morning to stop and get a couple of brews to play golf.
Sure.
And
Christ.
they wouldn't sell me fucking alcohol.
Why?
They still have
Sunday,
that
yeah.
So new in law?
stupid law where you can't buy alcohol
You
till
can't drink
till
on
noon.
Sunday, but you go fuck the shit out of some kids.
What?
I'll tell you that
You
much.
can't buy
That's
alcohol
crazy.
on Sunday before a certain time?
before 12 o'clock.
Always, yeah, always.
That's
I
weird.
think they didn't they move
Always?
it to
No way.
7 or something.
Always.
No
On
way.
Sunday,
I used to go to
Sundays.
I used to go to opening day Jet games and stop at that 7-Eleven and get like a 32 rack.
It
Some
might be
people-
7 a.m. then.
some
think
people
it's-
don't abide by the laws.
I was gonna
but-
say, I know for a fact, bro, because when you show up that day, there's 15 Jet fans driving to the fucking
Yeah.
stadium getting
Yeah,
beer.
that's another weird sex law, by the way.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
Frank really loves callbacks. He's good at that.
Yeah, yeah. All right, my bad, Kevin. We just derailed the shit out of
No,
you.
but his timer didn't start yet,
Yeah,
so
but-
we didn't
but-
fuck him up.
But
to
I
that.
did have
We
a
did-
buttery fucking
I was
intro.
gonna say,
Yeah,
we
you
did
It
just
was
ruin
buttery,
your
yeah.
intro.
It's okay.
We
It's
fucked it
totally
up.
ready to
fine.
go.
But speaking of butter, sometimes they would serve that in the lunchroom at the cafeteria.
On a bagel.
On a bagel.
And you know what else I did in the lunchroom?
What
I
else?
played a milk carton smash game.
Whoa.
Okay.
So you're
And-
saying that there was
Yeah.
lots of games we
There
used
was
to play.
lots of games we used to
oh,
play,
shit. Let's
and
talk about that.
Okay. So I used to get these oak tree iced tea containers, and when you
Oh, yeah.
finish them, you'd fucking stomp on
Dude,
them. Right?
I forgot about that. Dude, that was regular.
It was
regular. You had to pop the fucking...
You have to.
What was
And
the object of that game?
the loudest one?
the loudest
wins.
one, yeah.
You never played.
All lunchroom,
That
you
one?
would
No.
be hearing... All lunchroom, you would be hearing... ba, 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 all over the place.
It was a specialty in the 11th grade cafeteria.
Thanks,
That
John.
scared the shit out of me, dude.
That one's a little too loud.
I liked it.
It had a lot of bass in it.
It was
did.
good. Yeah, it was really good. These headphones are nice.
I had a conversation with one of the lunch paras, and I'm like, "Hey, can we like start popping milk cartons?" She's like, "I don't care as long as you clean them up." So that was just free reign.
Yeah, yeah.
All period.
I can't
long.
believe they
People
said
are jumping
yes.
off the
Liquid in
tables.
them?
No, you
you'd
finish
it.
them. Yeah. And
Then
you're
what was
popping
the
an empty...
sound?
It was
Air.
okay, so
Oh, so you close
Yeah, I was
it.
gonna say he's
Yeah,
not
I got
explaining
it.
this really.
Yeah, yeah, I
so
got
like
it.
you finish it,
My bad.
you close the top, and then you fold the part that's standing up over.
Yes.
and
I
then you
got you,
push
I
it
got you.
in,
Yeah, yeah.
so that there's some pressure in there.
got
You
you.
put it upside down, so that the thing doesn't pop out, and then it pops like a balloon.
Based, all right, but based on the evidence at hand, he never finishes anything. I mean, this never
ice in
had
it.
liquid in it.
Yeah,
This
pop
guy's a
that,
fucking
Dingo.
liar.
Pop that.
This never had liquid
It's
in
a
it.
lie.
All right, what else? The cartons was so fun. That was until we graduated. I feel like we'd be popping them.
Should I call Ashley and prove that there was liquid in this?
No,
Yes.
don't.
No.
No.
Okay.
No,
No,
who
I
cares?
believe you.
I care.
Frank
He
is
didn't
the
drink
only one who
anything,
cares.
dude.
We're
What
not
about
doing
the
that.
straw game where you would roll the straw? The thing you
And
would.
you'd bite it?
I think you're thinking of doing cocaine, John.
No, but that'd be nice. You would crinkle the wrapper that the straw is in, like really, really tight, and then you drop liquid on it,
Oh,
and you'd
yes.
race to
That was
see
more of a
who's
magic trick, though.
to see who's comes out. No,
Oh,
'cause you'd
okay.
race
I know what
it.
you're talking about.
I
Yeah,
never
do.
raced.
No, I didn't do that, but I do know exactly what you mean. Like the liquid sucks up. Like
never heard of that
straw
one either.
and
It almost
and
looks like,
I get you.
Like
The
a
worm
snake
firework.
worm,
yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
I
Yeah.
never heard of that one either. The only thing I ever heard of in the straw is like tearing the paper off enough to where you could blow it out.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That's a fun one.
That's
That's
fun.
not
That's not
really
really
a
a game,
game,
but
yeah.
yeah, you did do that. Everybody would do that.
I have like kind of a like. I don't really like this game. Thumb wrestling. Anyone a big thumb wrestler here
I've
in school?
I'm not in school, but I'll beat the piss out of Alicia in thumb wrestling.
See,
Bad.
now are you a cheater? Do you cherry bomb and all that shit?
No, I just overpower her physically. I have a very short thumb though, so it's hard for me to get there.
Dingo, you remember in high school when we started smoking weed and we would just like get super high and thumb wrestle all night long, dude? Do you remember that?
Yes,
we
of
would
course.
watch Anchorman and just thumb wrestle like for hours, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that's fucking weird.
It was great, dude.
That's terrible.
It was dope. It was dope. We would play NHL like I don't know what year was that? NHL 07, 8 or
Did
something.
Kevin pretend to smoke the weed back then too?
No, Kevin used to like when we were younger smoke more than I did.
I do remember that. I actually
Only
do
for a
remember
small
you being the
period.
weed
Only for
smoker.
a small
It
period.
was a
and then
summer. It was a
When
summer.
you had
yeah.
this haircut, that
Yeah.
was you
No,
were the shit
it wasn't
back
that
then,
time.
It was.
You were the
Oh no,
shit
you did still
back
have
then,
long hair,
dude.
but it wasn't dyed anymore.
No.
It was just you
I don't
naturally
know if
had
Frank
like
knew
colored
me when
hair.
I dyed black with like red streaks in it. Same haircut. Sex.
Jesus, dude, that's so like a real South Park emo kid.
Yes.
Yep.
Kevin was the first emo kid. Also, so I remember goths, right?
you find a picture
Goths
of
like you go to the mall, they were legit goths still. Big crazy hair and pants goths still
Yeah.
really around.
Hot topic.
And then go into 6th grade, and Kevin it has long swoopy hair with a thing and the black hair and red streaks in it. And like 2 years later, I heard about who like Brand New and Taking Back Sunday was. Like, he was way before emo culture, dude. Way before.
I may have one. If
And
I
also,
can find it, I'll text you.
Let me just say, the ladies loved it.
You
were pre-emo, and they were just all
it
over
up.
you.
I
Dude.
used to wear the spiky bracelets.
So did I. But that was goth, dude.
Yeah.
Was that goth?
Yeah, goth punk, but
Gotcha.
normally at our age, it would be
Yeah,
goth.
I used to wear those around my dick.
When I was a kid, when me and Dingo loved Slipknot, 6th grade, I painted my nails this like dark maroon color. It was like almost black, and then I went to my father's house on the weekend, and he called me a word that I won't say because it's Pride Month right now, and he told me to take it off.
Throughout from 7th grade to 9th grade, my nails were always painted black.
Cool.
Always.
That's cool. I respect it.
It wasn't.
I mean,
cool.
now it's like acceptable for everybody to paint their nails and shit. But I literally, my father called me.
Did I
like a really terrible thing for painting my nails?
Did I identify as a boy?
That's a good question. You should ponder that for
Frank,
a while.
if
Yeah,
you
sit
were-
on
let's
that.
go.
I'm gonna
Let's go to
continue.
the next game while Frank
continue.
thinks about if he's a boy or a girl.
There's a game that I have on this list, but there are multiple brands of the game, which was Bloody Knuckles.
Yeah, yeah.
And the different types was the quarter flinging one where you put your knuckles on the table,
That just
Yeah.
sucked.
or
terrible.
there was just the
punching.
fist on
Punching,
fist.
yeah.
That
They
was
both
my specialty.
sucked.
Dude.
Yeah,
Why?
I loved it. I would
Yeah.
rather break my hand than give up in Bloody Knuckles.
I loved Bloody Knuckles, but I hated that I like wasn't better at it. Like I would play Bloody Knuckles and like torment myself to get more tough.
This is
like
how-
why is my hand so bitch made? I need to win.
This is how fucking stupid I was as a kid. Somebody was like, "Yeah, we're gonna fling the quarter, and
Yeah,
whoever
you literally
cries
bleed.
first is out." And I was like, "That's not gonna hurt. Why would a quarter hurt?"
You literally
And I
bleed.
put my hand here, and this motherfucker tore off like
Yeah.
so much of my skin. I was like, "Oh, this is stupid.
Yeah,
I'm
you
never doing
literally-
this again."
You literally bleed.
Why
from
did
that
I
one.
think that wouldn't hurt?
Yep.
And on that note, did you have something else for Mercy? I mean, man.
Mercy.
I don't have mercy,
Fuck.
but I don't have
That's where I was going.
What's
I meant to
Mercy?
say any more for Bloody
What's
Knuckles.
mercy?
You don't know what Mercy is?
Sheltered.
I hung out with girls
me your
growing
hand.
up. I didn't.
Give me your hand.
Now you're gonna
Mercy, mercy, mercy.
get
this
him.
is never
Mercy,
gonna happen for
I'm
you.
not- his arm goes to hand. He has no wrist in between arm and hand.
It's a club.
It's not fair.
Johnny, you're using your left.
I
You're
know it's
righty,
my left.
Right?
Yeah, but I had shoulder surgery, so I'm not
mercy
using my
is
right.
straight up.
Oh, let's use your right real quick.
No, what I was gonna say is that I was a Mercy champion. I would never give up in Mercy.
So the point is just to bend somebody's
you
shit.
just have to hurt each other really bad.
Yeah,
which
until someone
we started
mercies,
giving a
like,
little
says
bit right
mercy.
there, but it was like
Yeah.
I remember playing like Mercy with like Swanee and us like almost flying through like the glass door and
But
shit.
some
we
people
were like
can-
trying to hurt each other.
So
Did I
it's-
hurt your hand with the ring?
No.
You're good. All right,
It's
you got.
not
He's
just
got strong
about like
hands.
torsion. Some people they can squeeze their fingers
I know,
together
dude.
so hard.
I used to do stuff like that all the
It hurts your
time.
fingers when they're
Yeah.
You
like
did-
just
You can
in
get
there.
different
Impression.
grips and stuff. What?
I'm just realizing now there is a ring impression here.
Oh damn!
We're
Sorry.
getting dangerous
Get
here on
him,
the show,
Vega,
folks.
get him.
Look at that.
Wait,
Look,
I remember-
we're bringing you a serious show full of
Get 'em.
Yeah, that
content
was
here.
risky right there.
That
I
was
remember
risky. They
this
could've hurt
one.
each
I
other.
remember this one.
Paper football.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that's
classic,
a good
dude.
one.
That was great. It was
Get
so
a piece
never
of
gets
paper
old.
out.
Never
Fold
gets
that
old.
bitch up.
I know.
You
We
guys
should.
want to play a little bit?
Do you know how to fold it? I don't know how to
not
fold
a
it.
fold
Let's see
it.
how
Of course,
quick
I know
you
how
can
to
fold it.
fucking fold it.
Off
let's
the
see.
top
I
of my
don't
head,
know
while
about
you're
this.
doing that, another good game. I don't know if this was really a game, but also has to do with folding. But you would make those fucking like fortune teller things.
Yes.
I
yeah,
enjoyed
yeah,
making
this-
those and
this
just
shit-
being like.
You know how to make one of those?
Yeah, for sure. You open it
Give
and
him
it's
a
like
piece of paper.
no, because I'm not gonna do the whole thing because you gotta write
He
stuff
can't
in
do
it.
it. He
No, that
I would
shit's
do
awesome.
it. I would
dude.
do it and just write like you're gonna lose your penis or something. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
dude.
Like, you
and
will
that shit
have
always
herpes.
comes true.
I know.
Talking about penis, Frank's favorite game, absolutely in high school, is the penis game.
What's
What is a penis game?
You remember?
Like
you say you
penis?
start off saying penis,
Okay,
and then
yeah,
you one
yeah.
up each other until someone's screaming penis and gets in trouble.
in public. Yeah.
I'm not gonna play that game.
That's you.
I
All
wouldn't
you,
play
dude.
that game in this room.
Hey Kevin,
Stop it.
do you remember?
That's
me and
obviously
you,
Nick Del Monte's game.
Kevin, do you
Little
remember
baby.
Kevin, do you remember me and you in the 5th grade? We almost weren't allowed to walk for graduation.
I don't remember why.
You don't remember why?
No.
I remember why.
Do we need to tell it here?
It's not that bad.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad. We were just me and you, obviously, we've talked about on the show lots of times. We're into Eminem heavily as like,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
in elementary school, and we were just like We just like said,
Oh, I know. What you're
yeah,
gonna
we just
say.
said something about like anthrax on a Tampax. And someone immediately went and told on us, and the teachers were like, "Anthrax, what are like?" We sounded like devil children, but we just like fucking listened to Eminem. Sorry.
Can I just say, by the way, that the penis game that fell very short of my expectation. I thought there was going to be some sort of penis comparison for kids or something. That really didn't
John
come
would
through
win.
for me.
John
Yeah,
would
John
always
would
win.
win.
My favorite game back when we were younger was Doctor.
Ooh, John, I would have pegged you more of a ookie cookie guy.
Dr. Holmes.
You're so bad at that, it's crazy.
John,
I
you
always hit the wrong one.
John, weren't you ookie cookie champion in 2009?
I was.
What is that?
You don't know what ookie cookie? You don't know what ookie cookie is?
Is that something with like?
This is
Or,
just
or
one sheet
what
of
is the
paper.
biscuit? They call it something with a biscuit or something.
Dick.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's when
paper football.
no, I'm talking about the ookie cookie thing.
Right here, Frank.
When a bunch of people,
Oh, terrible.
bunch of
Worse
dudes,
than the Giants.
I let it go.
bunch
That
of
was bad.
dudes at a sleepover have to jerk off onto a cookie.
Oh,
No, I'm
I
not
would
gonna
eat
play
it.
that either.
No, the
would eat it.
last
What the
person,
fuck?
the last person to come has to eat it. That's the rule.
I wouldn't
You
be
want to come
coming around
first,
other dudes.
which I think is
Frank.
funny because, like, I think for the game to be competitive at all, you got to do who comes first has to eat the cookie, or else. I mean,
That
come
would
on.
be
All right,
some slow
Dingo,
jerking. right?
Spend
I'm not picking
5
that up.
minutes and make another.
Why would he do? Why would he do
I
that?
have to say this other game, dude. It's very important.
Okay, go.
Yeah, there's one.
Spoons.
Yes, that's the. Big
I don't know
one.
what that is.
That's
Yes,
the
you do.
big one. That's the big
plastic spoon, right? It's you versus another person, and you take turns. You bend the tip of the spoon, not the scoop side, the handle side, and you hit the scoop side of the opponent's spoon. And if you make a hole in the spoon, you call Cheerio, and then you get 3 whacks.
one. Yeah,
The object of the game is to whack the scoop part off the spoon completely.
yeah, yes. And it was probably the greatest game I ever played in elementary school.
And you didn't bring spoons.
I didn't bring spoons.
No, because listen, we talked about this. There's
can't
a
find
very
the spoon.
specific spoon like that you could only get like in an elementary school cafeteria. That
There's
the
very
tip,
strict rules nowadays about going into elementary school.
Yeah, the tip of it bends perfectly, but the spoon part can still break.
Was it a fork or a spoon?
Spoon, dude.
Okay.
Spork's illegal. Aren't you listening to that?
We played it every day. Some people were so bad at spoons. Like, what are you, fucking idiot?
They would just break the thing
yeah,
and
like,
you're a jerk off.
or they were like holding it actually by the spoon part, and like you get no torque,
power.
no torque when you're holding. You got to hold the thickest part of the handle.
and kind of like thumb pressure your way into the situation.
Exactly, and you gotta get. You can't bend it back too far because you don't want to snap the spoon because then you got no power the rest of the game.
Yeah.
It's got to be a perfect. Pa.
Yes.
Me and Holmes participated in the only game I really ever played in high school, which was Frank's Backyard Fight League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what did we used to call it?
I don't remember.
It was.
Didn't you guys fight in Jesus and Roberto's backyard a bunch too?
There
Dude.
too, yeah.
I fought Justin Mango. I fought Jesus. I fought Roberto. I fought. I don't know, Ryan Rosinski, Roy, everybody.
They all kicked your ass, didn't
No,
they?
the only
Let me
person
tell
who
you-
could beat me was Jesus.
Let me tell you,
Really?
the you mango fight was a good fight.
Yeah,
though.
we went fucking
9
half
rounds.
hour.
9 rounds.
I've seen some of the footage over the years of this stuff. My favorite one that I've seen is Mikey, aka Big Breakfast, versus the man sitting to my left, Frank Samisa.
Yep.
Mikey
Yeah.
winds up and throws the hardest punch that his awkward,
Haymaker.
young, fucking tight pants body could
By
throw.
the way, that was the first punch he's ever thrown in his
Ever thrown,
life.
for sure.
Life.
And Frank is a little athletic, and especially at that time, you were probably more athletic even.
Yeah. I had
and
done
Frank-
boxing classes.
Yeah, Frank immediately just ducks one time, throws like a little hook at Mikey, and Mikey just immediately hits the
Well,
ground.
not only did he throw
but
a
only
hook,
because he was like,
but he tripped him. He threw.
Yeah.
He hit back, and then Frank ducked under it, hit back, and
Yeah.
then like tripped him, and he just like fell
fell,
right
and
over.
yeah, that was that. Pretty funny.
Yeah.
And that was, and by the way, that was it. He
That was
said,
it.
"That's it. I
But
quit."
just so I don't let Mikey sound like a pussy, I seen Mikey fight later on in life plenty of times and win.
Yeah.
I've seen
Wow.
him beat some people up.
Whip ass.
That
Shout
can't
out to
be
Mikey.
true.
I
Tell
love
him
you,
to come
buddy.
fight me.
that
No, it's
true?
true. I got a good story. I wanted to tell it last week, but we were at a bar. Sorry to we were at a bar, and Mikey was getting fucked with. I don't know if he wants me to tell this story, but some dickhead was messing with him. Mikey awkwardly goes over there, and the guy's like by a pool table, and Mikey just like puts his beer down at the pool table, and he's like, "You want to like fight or something?" And a unnamed person sees his friend Mikey in this situation and sneaks behind and just punches this dude in the face as hard as he could, and that kid goes down, and then we're just in a fucking big brawl with all these people.
I need you to write the name of the unnamed person down. I have to do it.
Yeah, I also want to know the name of the bar you were at and the address.
Candy's
Unnamed
Magic
person.
My
I'll say unnamed person didn't want me to tell any stories, any more stories about fighting.
Gotcha.
Okay, again, I want to know. Who
All right,
that
I'll
is
just
later.
tell you after.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know if I
final-
It's crazy to me that you don't know exactly who I'm talking about right now.
don't know.
Final game,
Yeah.
and this bleeds into my adult manhood.
I
Arm
love
wrestling.
bleeding. Oh yeah.
arm
So
wrestling.
through my whole life,
Might
arm
be
wrestling.
what wrecked my shoulder. Might be.
Uncles, I would take anybody on through high school or whatever. We're like 23, 24, we start arm wrestling at parties. The drunker you get, the stronger
Yeah.
you feel, and you just have no pain as you're creating a rift
I
in
remember-
the Earth's gravitational pull. And we were at Mike C's bachelor party, and we're arm wrestling
yeah.
at this table. And one of Mikey's friends
Was
is
it
over.
me versus you at that moment?
It
or
was Mike C and me.
Okay.
And we're locked for a good like 2 minutes. I guess some people aren't built like that. This one kid was watching and passed
He
out.
fucking passed out from
Watching?
the power.
Watching.
He was watching, and he felt a wave of electricity come out of the fucking arm wrestling match, and he fell backwards and smashed into a bunch of garbage.
No, all jokes aside,
That kid was
he
the
was
man.
awesome.
Julio.
And
he probably will never see this, but that kid was a nice kid.
we were like, holy shit, we helped him. We're like, have you experienced this before? He's like,
won?
no.
He was
Who
like, no.
cares? Who
We
won?
stopped.
Yeah, no. Okay, I will tell you.
Pussy.
I will tell you, Frank. Mike
You
C.
should have finished him.
Mike C. could never beat Dingo in arm wrestling.
But he
I
can-
love you, Mike. You could definitely ride a bike way further than both of us, but you're never beating Kevin.
So
in
I
arm
believe
wrestling.
that, but
Or
but
me, for that matter.
clearly he can give you a run though.
Oh, you're locked for a little bit.
A little
but
bit,
All
but-
I'm doing is the bloody knuckles technique.
just
No, I would
waiting.
rather die.
War of attrition.
Right.
I think honestly, my greatest arm wrestling opponent over my entire life has been Kevin. One thing I hang my hat on is I'm a really good arm wrestler. I feel like Kevin is Kevin's more built than me. I feel like you've done more physical activity than me. I feel like your muscles, you're just like stronger than me overall, I feel like. But I think I'm like technically a pretty good arm wrestler. I don't get beat often. Only you ever beat me.
He's prized with big arms. Let me see those, Dingo. Come on.
Yeah, and
Hold them up.
When
Yeah.
when me and Dingo go, it's a true lock. When me and Dingo go, we are fucking locked.
That was my favorite thing I've ever seen. I saw a video before you. This how long ago this was. Before YouTube was like a recognizable source for fucking videos and content. I saw a video of two kids arm wrestling
Yep.
and a kid's arms fucking
Yeah.
just popped off, and I was like,
I
nope.
think about it every time.
I would have
Never gonna do it.
I would have arm wrestled Kevin until my arm popped.
Sure.
Until it popped. I've been to the place with him where like I'm like I want to give up on everything in my life, and I can't give up, and eventually your arm just fails you.
All right, Frank, to end this segment, we're going to do one more football. If I make this, you have to give me the 100.
Okay, deal.
If I
Oh,
don't,
wow.
then you don't.
No, wait.
Whoa!
Wow.
I feel like he gets an extra shot for
He
that.
does. He gets an extra shot.
If I make it, you got to give me the 100, and if I don't, then you don't.
if you don't make it,
I'm not giving you anything.
if you don't make
Okay,
it,
yeah.
you have to go to work tomorrow with the
Okay,
mustache.
all right.
Okay,
Deal.
that's good. That's good.
Deal.
Go a little. Try to hit
I got one
underneath
practice.
the middle a little more. Oh man, that was really close.
I guess I'm going to work
Human
tomorrow.
resources, beware.
my boss already told me. I told him like Friday that I might be doing, and he's like, "Dude, if you do that, I'm probably gonna have to send you home for the day."
Well, this is gonna work out
He's
swimmingly
like,
for
"You're
you.
making
John.
the
That's great.
microbiology department look bad coming in." Like,
You make everything look bad.
I think it's cool.
You're making
I
the
think
show
you make
look
them
bad.
look better.
fuck
Nice.
them all.
Yeah,
Did you-
that's
Nice.
my motto.
You guys hear that?
Did you guys?
Oh, who's there?
What is that?
No, did you really hear something?
What the fuck is that?
What is that?
What is that?
What just happened?
What's going on?
What just happened?
Are you scared, Frank?
Are you scared?
Yeah.
Well, we don't
There's
know.
a coffin up here in front of me.
Yeah, I don't know where this came from.
I see dead people.
This one. Wait.
What is that, Johnny?
Oh no. No.
Are those tarot cards?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I've done this to you, but these tarot cards
Yeah.
have been following me for years.
They don't belong to Jennifer.
They don't. No, I mean, I don't know who Jennifer is, but so let me just explain. These two jars right here. This is the dirt from a grave of an abolitionist person. I know. Don't worry.
Do you have his ancestry?
And this is... I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. This is a male and female pair of dirt from a grave of an abolitionist. I don't even know what that means, but they've been with my family for years now at this point. My wife is very into like witchy stuff, and I'm sorry this invaded the podcast.
Well,
I'm
you're
sorry that I
unforgiven.
brought the spirits here, but it seems like
You brought the devil, Johnny.
it might be a good time for some scary stories.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm going to tell you the
Kick it off.
story.
Scary story.
Thank you, Holmes. Thank you. This fucking thing is hot as fuck.
I know.
This is so hot.
I said that before. It's no good.
I hope it's worth it, everybody. I hope it's worth it. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you the story of this dirt here.
He wants you to face the camera. That's what he's getting
Oh,
at.
you want me to face the camera? Okay. Sorry, Holmes was giving me direction. Sorry, everybody.
For once.
For once, thank you, Holmes. Okay. So this is a story. So my wife is into like, witchy crystals and stuff like that, like a lot of people are nowadays. And one day she thought it would be good. Thank you for the sound effects, Kevin.
It's scary.
One day she decided she thought it would be a good idea to get this grave dirt. Wow, what a great idea! Grave dirt, awesome. And she puts it in a box with a bunch of other like crystals and all of her like witchy things, right? And I didn't think anything of it, right? And then the next day she goes out, right, with her friends, and I'm at home by myself. My son is sleeping at this point. I'm chilling on the couch, and all of a sudden I just see out my door a person walk by, and I was like, who the fuck was that? And I just sat there for maybe 5 or 10 seconds, and nobody came downstairs. So I was like, what the fuck? And I ran out the door, and I looked all around as fast as I could to see if there was a person there. No person there. No person.
Terrifying.
And this looked like a man, or I don't know. But then maybe a week later, identical thing happens to my wife. She sees a person walk past our door. Okay.
That's fucking nuts.
And now, ever since that, these two people that we're assuming it's these folks here. I don't really believe in this stuff too much, but I think it's these abolitionists, guys.
Okay.
And they're haunting us.
It was your mom.
No, it wasn't her. She was upstairs somewhere. Ever since this dirt came into our lives, man, a lot of weird shit has been happening.
I would assume so. That's pretty creepy.
Right, so I have a story to tell you guys that happened after all this stuff. Something that we like to do, All Hallows Eve, is visit a place in Mastic Shirley. Now, this is illegal, so don't do this.
Maybe don't give the place.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
The place is the William Floyd Estate in Mastic Beach, which is the house of Declaration of Independence signer William Floyd.
Former slave owner.
Former slave owner. The Floyds were actually the biggest slave owning family in New York.
You took my girlfriend there once without me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's not this time. But I'm sure it was with a big group. You say that like it was me and her.
No, it was just you and her.
Shut the fuck up. We one night, me, my cousin Swanee, and one of my best friends and friend of the show, Kyle, decided we were going to visit the William Floyd Estate at nighttime on one of the darkest nights of the year. And what we found was not very cool. So we I was gonna say something bad, but we go into the estates. Just they kind of let us in at that time at night. We just go in, and it's like about a half a mile. I looked up from the walk from the front to the house. Okay, now this is when it really gets spooky. Okay, so we take this walk all the way up to the yard, right, and behind you is nothing but trail, and it's made of wood, kind of like a dock would be. So we finally get to the house with, quiet as a mouse, no lights, no nothing. And then we hear footsteps on the wood trail behind us. And like, it was so close to us, and yet there was nobody in this whole estate with us the entire time. And all of a sudden there's footsteps behind us, and we're all like, what the fuck is that? And then we hear voices calling out to us, and fucking it's like a guy and a girl and a dog, and the guy's going, hey, yeah, hey, and the girl is cackling laughing, and we freaked out. We run across this giant field that's definitely over 100 yards. It's a big fucking slave owner's field. So we hide under a tree and the other side, and we're like, yo, we don't know what the fuck to do. There's only one way in and out of this place, and they're standing in it. And all the way across this field, we wait for like 10 minutes for these people to show up, and they never show up. Never, ever, ever do we see these people, but we are too scared to go back out that trail. So there's one more trail past the house, and that's the trail to the graveyard. And we figured this is the only place we could possibly go. So, yeah, let's go to the graveyard. The slave graveyard. Smart move. So we start walking down this trail, and there's the voices and the footsteps again right the fuck behind us.
Nuts.
We just sprinted and waited 10 minutes. Nobody there. Now we're in a whole other trail, and they're right the fuck behind us. Sound like they're chasing us. We were so fucking scared. But
Killing spree.
but we get into the graveyard, all the way in the back of the graveyard. I notice there's woods all the way deep. I see there's a light, a street light. So I assume there's got to be a street back there somewhere. So, but I was still so curious to what the fuck was going on. So I decided I'm going to tell these guys a scary story while we stay here. And there's a story about a little girl who like drowned in a lake back there or something. And her grave is still there. It's the shortest one. And while I'm telling them this story for like 10 minutes, these people, we still hear them. They never show up. So, like, we just left. I still have no explanation for that story. Like, zero explanation. It makes no fucking sense.
That's pretty creepy.
0 cents. And
there's people there to verify it. So
absolutely.
yeah.
Thanks for listening to my story. Here you go, Frank.
I'm not actually going to do anything here.
Yeah, you are.
We're going to move along here.
Just say a sentence about how you hate women.
Yeah,
two
you
things.
got to put it up to your face and sweat like I
two
did.
things. I'm not dealing with the heat of that fucking thing right
It
now.
is so hot. I'm sweating so bad now.
It's hot in this room, and that's not happening, and that's what's really scary.
While I was doing that, I was like, I gotta hurry this up.
I
this is so
saw
hot.
it, dude.
This
I
is
saw it.
I was like, I have to make. I really wanted to make that story better. Too hot. You go.
Kevin, take us away, Kevin.
I have 2 stories from the same house. The first story is I would have to be home. This is very hot, by the way. It's a little hard.
I feel it coming off me.
It's a little hard to breathe because the air that's coming off it is hot.
It's kind of funny though. You have to tell the
You
story
better
while
fucking race through
boiling.
this story.
You look
So-
pretty scary though.
So I used to come home from Johnny's at 10
scary.
o'clock or have to stay there. So I came home at 10 o'clock.
Don't rush
I
too
used
much.
To,
It's like,
okay. I used to run up the stairs in the same pattern
yeah.
every single night. And I go to run up my stairs and I'm looking at my feet so I don't trip. I look up and at the top of my stairs is a shadow of a being. I don't know if it was girl, boy, whatever. And I'm already in full motion. So I put my arms up and I fall right through this being onto the floor because I thought I was going to smash into something.
What the fuck?
And I'm so taken back and like terrified. I like crawl myself into my room and I lock the door. And that night, maybe a couple months go by. I'm on AIM. I'm talking to Ashley. That's how long we've been together.
Yeah.
And
Jennifer.
yeah, Jennifer. My brother Jennifer walks in and he goes, "Hey, what's up, Kev?" And I'm in the middle of texting, so I send my text. I don't bother to look at him. I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" I continue talking to Jennifer, and I go downstairs for a drink, and I'm like, "Where the fuck is everybody?" So I'm a little confused. So I call my stepmother, Jennifer. And I'm like, "Hey, have you seen, is Tyler with you?" She's like, "Yeah, he's been with me since like 3:00. And I
Holy
look at the
shit.
time and I like feel chills run up my spine. It's like 6:30 and it's starting to get dark.
So you were home alone?
Alone.
Oh,
And
fuck.
Tyler came into my room and asked me how I was doing.
Creepy.
And he was not there. I ran back upstairs and I like tell Ashley right away. I'm like, "I can't believe this fucking happened. I'm scared shitless."
That wasn't Tyler, dude. I hate to tell
was
you
not
that.
Tyler.
No.
At that point, did you think at any point like, "Oh, Tyler's dead"?
No, I was like already weird about the house that I grew up in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is just another fucking weird thing that happened
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Because always a bunch of weird shit happened to me. And I think it follows whoever's living at my dad's house, because I had multiple things at their new house weird happen to me while I was like watching their house when they go away.
So your dad's haunted.
I think my dad's haunted.
Maybe he got some grave dirt.
Your whole family's haunted.
And that concludes my scary story.
I met your father before.
He's great.
Jennifer
He's great,
McCarthy.
too.
He's a
Yeah,
good guy.
I hope that
He's
we've
pretty good looking.
I hope we've
Turn that
exorcised.
light off, dude.
I hope we've exorcised some of the ghosts, spirits. I hope that all the rest of the ones that we weren't able to exercise, go listen to the podcast while you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're
You
a
know where to
spirit
find
who
us.
hasn't gone to the next astral plane yet, you can find us on Instagram at Poor Timing Podcast. I was too quick for him.
Stop fiddling with the fucking thing and just talk.
And
So he's
you
ready.
can email us.
Yeah, please email us.
Yes, please.
We're
We
getting
gotta do emails.
Email us where?
Poor Timing Podcast at gmail.com.
Look at it this way: if you don't email us, we're gonna keep doing stupid shit like this
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
end of the
We're
show.
gonna
You don't want to
fuck
hear.
with you
Yeah.
so bad. Tell us what to do. We don't know what we're doing.
Clearly,
yeah,
Holmes will die anything if you email us.
Yeah, I'll dye my pubes and I'll show them like on YouTube.
Oh my god!
If
I'll write the
you-
email right now.
If you subscribe to the show on YouTube, Holmes will personally send you a nude photo of whatever part of his body you want dyed.
I really
Want
will.
blonde.
Yeah, so please go smash the fucking subscribe button right in its asshole and right in its nose. I'm sure that's one of those, like, you know, sandy penguin sex positions.
Yeah, sure.
And have a great day.
It's
Take care.
taco time, motherfuckers.
Bye.